Hello, everyone. Welcome to Creative Crits. We have another game of Kal'add tonight. Before we start with our game of Kal'add, we have a few little housekeeping updates and the things that you've seen me do at least a few times by now. But if you are, I don't know what you're watching us on, but whatever platform you're watching us on, if you don't mind liking, subscribing, following, or doing all the things that apply to the platform that you're watching us on, because it really helps us and it helps us to grow our audience. Besides that, we have a few upcoming streams. On Friday, we have the next Pints and Paint. Our last game or our last stream of Pints and Paint, Brie came and she painted this really awesome
set of mushrooms. It was like mushrooms,
like with eyeballs on.
Yeah,
it was really cool.
It was pretty cool.
Are we going to encounter those at some point? We're going to fight this session? No.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Are we going to fight them today?
I thought about bringing it just in case, since we're in a creepy forest, but I did not.
Yeah. What we did paint was part of 3D Rogue's Dead Grove Kickstarter. You can see a couple of their pieces here on our dice cam. They have like 3 days left or something like that. So if you don't mind checking out their Kickstarter, you can search 3D Rogue or Dead Grove and you should be able to find it on their Kickstarter. Speaking of Kickstarters, 1985, our friends over at 1985, just launched a VHS dice Kickstarter. We have a link for that down below. It's pretty cool. I think both these Kickstarters are already funded. Our C4 Labs discount code is about to expire, so if you want any C4 Labs gear and want it at a discount, you should use the discount code that's on our link tree before it expires. That's
pretty
not
epic stuff.
That's not like an affiliate link. That's just a discount code from the last con that we did. I want to thank Oakley's Nerd Nook for supplying us with this dice tray. We have some cool stuff that's going to be coming out with him relatively soon. Besides that, our next game stream is Yop episode 8 on April 3rd. The last thing I want to talk about is Ship's Crew. If you want to be a part of this stream in particular, we have this really cool thing called Ship's Crew on our Discord. If you hop into our Discord, you can make a character and be part of the pirate crew for the ship that we play on for every Kal'add game. You get to help the party accomplish little things. You get to participate in battles. And we have some really cool games that are exclusive for the Ship's Crew on our Discord channel. So if you want to check out our Discord channel and take a look at that, I'd really appreciate it. Whew. All right, I think that is all that we needed to talk about. So to talk about what happened last time on the high seas of Kal'add. We started the game with leaping right into combat with the great shark Otodus. Otodus would dive and attack the ship and cause severe damage, but after a pretty long battle, the crew, along with the party, did significant damage to Otodus, and he made the decision to swim back to his home island. When they got to the home island, the party decided to have a nice little funeral for Otodus, and it was a pretty somber event. The victory was a hollow one.
We have got to start only killing humanoids. New ship rule. Like
only humans. Only killing humans from now on.
I agree.
But you were pulled to this mysterious red island where the stone was red. You figured out what happened with a lot of the sabotages that Lucan did in the prior game. Mm-hmm. And then you proceeded to explore this magical forest that as you would go out, if you'd go the wrong way, you'd end up going back to the beginning of the forest. In this forest, you found a number of magic items, and that leads us to where we are currently.
I think you forgot the most important thing that we found last session, which was the talking skull that loved rum.
Oh, yes. Chatty Dave.
Chatty Dave. My new BFF.
I did forget about Chatty Dave. You found a skull that would tell you that his throat was parched and that he needed rum to... And I think you guys sealed him in the chest. And Solarum is currently carrying the chest with some rum bottles and Chatty Dave. Did you drip
big
feed him?
Last Unicorn vibes from that guy. I don't know if anyone else watched that when they were growing up.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know if you forgot Chatty Dave or you intentionally tried to make us forget him.
Forget him, yeah.
No, I legitimately forgot Chatty Dave. I have his little NPC sticky note right in front of me. Aww. I'll stick it here on
GM after my own heart.
So.
NPCs on sticky notes. Love it.
Mm-hmm. Classic.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't have any fancy NPC cards back here. They're just sticky notes with what the NPC is.
Keeping it real.
Sticky notes are very fancy.
Nobody better be attacking Chatty Dave, though.
Yeah, he's in the chest, I think, right? Because we kept him in there just to for easy carrying.
We found Bumblebeard.
And we left off on finding, walking up on Bumblebeard.
So that's where I'm gonna pick up as far as we are. You've left the last chamber of this forest, where you found a stump with the crossed magical items of the mace and the hammer staff. As you go through this next tunnel, it starts to open up, and you see this pathway up to the top of a hill and onto the cliff, where on top of this cliff you see the bow of a ship. But this bow of the ship is living and has planted itself into the ground. And at the figurehead of the ship is part of the ship, this treant, ship-ent, that has a large beard of bumblebees. However, well, I'll let you go from there.
We walk up on this guy.
I'm going to lean over and stage whisper, is this a bad time to mention that I'm allergic to bees?
Just don't make him mad.
I'll stay in the back.
I just kind of put up a hand acknowledging, because we see him acknowledging his presence, go, ahoy!
And this distant, he's probably maybe 150 feet or so away. He turns towards you. And out of the forest, you see a rustling. Please roll for initiative.
Oh, what? He was a friend! I feel betrayed.
I feel betrayed.
Oh, not great.
I was not prepared.
That's a big ol' 9.
You have a 9?
A 9.
Okay.
21.
Oh, dang.
Ooh, Solarum.
6.
14.
I didn't catch that. What were those? They were both at the same time.
Sorry. 6.
6. Why don't I see?
Hey, Solarum.
Yeah.
You gave me your staff, right?
And Riesling, what is yours?
The quarterstaff.
14.
14. Okay. Cool. What's your modifier?
Me plus 0.
Okay. Solarum, go ahead and just give me a perception check real fast.
All right. Let's see here. What do we got? Not great. Let's see here. Perception plus 1 6.
6?
Yeah.
Okay, so
this is the same day as the Otodus fight, isn't it?
Don't worry about it.
But we leveled up
down there.
So
yeah, we did.
Does it count?
Does level up count as a long rest?
I'm going to allow you guys to have a long rest because of how long it took for Otodus to...
Oh, goodness.
to drag you here,
Okay.
and just because I'm a nice Jim and
You're a generous.
You're so
You're so
nice.
nice. So gracious. So good looking and amazing.
We bow before you.
Roll for what is it? Persuasion, performance, bribery.
Performance.
Yes.
Solarum, without out of nowhere, you feel the hair on your growing in mane whoosh as several spines just barely pass by you without hitting you, as a large cat pounces out in front of you. This cat, however, does not have a mane of fur. He has a mane of spines. It is your turn.
I'm gonna turn to Kaori and say, "You wanna maybe take lead on this?" And I'm gonna go ahead and do. I'm gonna go ahead and take the dodge action, so it'll be disadvantage on any attacks towards me.
Okay.
I'm not gonna attack it though.
Okay. Sounds good. Oh my.
Do I get to?
Oh no! Oh,
What
I've
is
never
that?
liked this.
Confirm.
No.
I got
Two
two
nat
nat 20s.
Oh,
Two nat
jeez.
20s.
Okay, bring it on.
Oh no, kitty cat! Why?
Bad kitty.
So this cat turns to Solarum and Riesling, and you hear him, this growl start to rumble from him as his neck expands and all these spikes blow up like a puffer fish and shoot out towards both of you.
I'm dodging.
This is not good.
You were dodging, so I'll go ahead and but an 18 still hits you.
Yeah, an 18 will still hit.
So I'll take away one of the nat 20s, but
Oh, gracious DM.
Yeah, you're not very nice. So take
I was gonna say, was that two separate attacks, or was that the two nat 20s were the disadvantage?
those were two separate attacks.
Okay.
So luckily I rolled pretty terribly as far as that damage.
As far as
Riesling,
damage goes.
you take 13 damage. 4, 5, 6. You take 11 damage, Solarum, as these spines shoot by you. That is half piercing damage, half poison damage. I don't think it matters to both of you. And it starts to run at you, Solarum. Riesling, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna back up, but keeping everybody within 30 feet of me, and I am going to cast my Channel Divinity Twilight Sanctuary. At the end of each of your turns, you'll get to roll a d6 plus 5 for temp hit points. So everybody gets a little bubble of protection around them.
And is that the end of at the end of each turn, or?
And at the end of your turn, you'll get to roll for how many temp hit points
just
you
one
get.
turn.
It'll last for a minute, so each time you can re-roll to try to get a better.
Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm. So you have now been bubble wrapped.
Bubble wrapped. I love it.
I love it.
Cool. Bella,
So,
it is
that's
your
my
turn.
turn.
Okay, so sensing the room here, reading the room, it looks like the kitty is very angry, but we're not trying to attack the kitty.
I'll let you do like a survival check to.
Oh, I'm so good at those.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
One.
Oh,
So
You're pretty sure that this cat
0.
is just like
0.
really calm. It could like purr at any moment.
Oh.
No, you have no idea what's going
I
on.
have
you
no
wanna
idea.
pet it.
I want to pet a 0 on a survival check. I want to pet the kitty. I do the kitty. Psst, 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 psst.
No.
And I mean 0 on a survival check, guys. I don't know what else that looks like. It's a
yeah.
nat
I think it
1.
looks so friendly.
Yeah. I just get really excited, because we met the really nice.
I'll let you do an animal handling
Yeah.
check to see like You
This
know,
is terrible.
So I move closer to the kitty and I go, psst, 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 psst.
this is gonna be a hard
Kitty,
one.
kitty. So, well, it's an 18 on the die, but -1 is going to be 17.
I don't think that's enough.
Yeah.
It just totally ignores you.
It was like a DC 25 or something.
Yeah.
I was
We-
thinking like a 21, 22, somewhere in there is where I would have
But
probably.
I totally move up closer to it.
Okay.
Like, I am probably moving in within melee range with that zero check.
Absolutely.
Just not aggressively. I just try and pet the kitty.
Don't forget your temporary hit points. D6 plus 5.
Yeah, D6 plus 5.
Kaori,
Alright.
it is your turn. Unless you have a bonus action.
I'm gonna say I spend most of it. I mean, I'm gonna spend most of it just doing that.
Okay.
Just
Kaori, it's you.
kitty.
Okay, so remind me, are we on like a cliff?
So you are coming out of this tunnel of the woods, and there is a path that kind of leads up the hill and onto the cliff. That Bumblebeard is up on top of this cliff as he has drug his ship up there.
Okay, but we're not on the cliff quite yet.
You are not on the cliff yet. You are kind of at the forest edge.
Okay, and we're fighting this cat.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe this is like detect magic or something like that, but I want to see like if this cat is not really a cat or maybe enhanced magically or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe kind of get some more information about the cat. I don't know if that would be detect magic or some sort of skill check.
I will allow you to do an Arcana check,
Okay.
or to detect it magically, and I'll let you have advantage on that because you have druid
Okay,
levels.
I'm just gonna.
Over your little dice word there.
I rolled 2 18s, so 23.
Nice.
You are pretty sure that this is something to do with a druidic protection spell. That this is a forest guardian that is specifically here to guard this open area of the forest. And you're pretty sure that it has to do with druidic magic. That's why it's here and it's attacking.
If I say something in Druid, do you think it would understand me? Druidic?
I don't think that it probably would.
Okay.
It is an animal. It's not magic.
Okay,
It's-
it is an animal, but it has to do with Druid magic. Was that my action, or do I still have an action?
I will take that as a bonus action.
Okay. Then I will cast Speak with Animals.
Yeah,
Thank
stop
you.
making us attack
I was like,
animals.
please
This
just
is
talk to it.
ridiculous. Humanoids.
Okay, so Speak with Animals. Why are you attacking us?
This is my territory. Leave my territory. Intruders must be dealt with. Master said. Master said, protect this grove.
Who is your master?
Who are you to ask me who my master is? Little fox, I'll chew you.
Ooh.
We just hear barking.
Well, we'll find out one way or another. We're not here to cause you any harm, unless we have to. And I'm gonna, kind of bare my teeth.
I don't expect that you'll be harming me much. No
We'll
worries.
see. I'm gonna, turn back to Solarum. I believe this is a cat versus cat problem, not exactly a fox versus cat problem, but we'll see.
So we're doing this then. You see me pull out my hammer.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
You say
Salarm, it is your turn.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and start with the Hammer of Gales. This will be my first time using it. I'm gonna go ahead and swing at it, and that'll be a +9 to hit. Holy crud! So that'll be a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Yep. And I'll go ahead and expend my charge of the blast of air.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be a DC 12 strength saving throw.
Okay. It makes that.
All right. So it is not knocked prone. It doesn't take the additional damage, but that's going to be 1d8 plus. 1d8 plus 7.
Okay. While you're at it, make a DC 12
Yeah.
dex save.
DC 12 dex save. Okay.
Oh, I should have just asked you to make a dex save, but now you know what the DC is.
Oops.
Oops.
So that's going to be 12.
Okay. Meets it, beats it.
Meets it, beats it. So,
Whew.
so that's going to be 8 plus 7, so 15 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Cool.
And I believe, let me just double check here for bonus action here.
Well, as you swing your hammer into it, it collides with its puffed out mane of spines, and a few of the spines fly out towards you, and you're able to kind of like dodge past them.
Okay. I'm not too worried about getting hit by the blowback there. So let's see here. So flurry of blows. Yeah, after the attack action, I'll go ahead and spend a key point to use flurry of blows, and that will allow me to make 2 additional unarmed strikes as my bonus action there. So that'll be 2 attacks. That is going to be a 26 to hit and a
Hits.
12 or 11 to hit.
First one hits, the second one doesn't.
Okay. So then that'll be 1d6. So it'll be 10 additional bludgeoning damage from the pop to the side of the head there.
Okay. How much was that damage again?
So that was 10
An
bludgeoning
additional
damage total.
10.
Yep, 10 on top of the hammer.
Okay. Everybody, is that your full turn?
That would be my action bonus action, so yes.
Okay. Everybody go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Not great.
Oh,
23.
You make it.
13.
You make it.
4.
Okay. Both Kaori and Bella, you take 8 poison damage as
Ooh.
Don't forget
spines
to take it
fly
from your
up.
temp hit points first.
Oh, yes, and I need to roll my d6 at the end of my turn for the
D6 plus 5.
d6 plus 5.
And
Wait, what?
You got it. At the end of your turn, you
So
get a bonus
she,
point, so that's...
at the end of your last turn, you should have rolled a d6 plus 5, and those are temporary hit points that Riesling gave you.
Oh, thank you.
So it's bubble wrap.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect. That was perfect.
Yes. Thank
so,
you,
There
Riesling.
you go.
Solarum, this
Yeah.
puffer cat charges you and prepares
Okay.
to pounce and bite at you,
Uh-huh.
and just slides and kind of hits into you without doing any damage. He misses his attack. Riesling, it is your turn.
Okay, so seeing Solarum, you used your new shiny new weapon, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to mind like, oh, we breaking these bad boys in, and I'm gonna like baseball swing my new mace at the cat. So that's gonna be natural 20.
Yeah.
For sure. Give me that damage.
Is it an evil thing?
It is not evil.
Oh, I didn't think so, but I had to ask. That's just 6 points of damage. but I imagine I look really cool.
Well, you got a nat 20, right?
Yes. Oh, I did. So the die was 5.
So
Okay.
10
So cool.
plus.
And that is over to you, Bella.
Okay, so I see Solarum attack and then Riesling attack, and I just go, I thought we weren't hurting animals anymore. Are we doing this?
This is different.
Jumped first.
All right,
This one
all right.
wants to hurt us.
I don't want to.
Fine. And I take my Whisper Light, my new rapier, and I am giving myself +2 to my AC, so my AC is now 17 for the time being. And I am going to try and attack it. Is somebody within melee with it?
Yes.
Okay.
He, right next to Solarum.
Wait, does that doesn't give me advantage, right?
Not advantage, but
No,
you
sneak
can get
attack. Sorry, I rolled 2. Okay.
I love sneak attack.
5. Not great. Dice, why are you failing? Okay, so that's going to be 12.
12 does not hit.
I'm feeling really apprehensive. I
Confound
thought
it.
we weren't going to attack animals anymore, and it's a cute little kitty cat. I can't bring myself to attack it. With my bonus action, I am going to... I'm going to disengage. I want to back up a little bit. So I'm jump in and jump back out.
Back up just a little bit, yeah. Okay, sounds good. Kaori, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to... Okay, I'm going to... Sorry, one sec. I promise you I was thinking about this and then I forgot. Yeah, I'm gonna do Ice Knife.
Oh, okay.
Frosty.
Throw an Ice Knife at it. So, first level, that's 25.
25 hits.
Awesome. I rolled 1 point of damage.
Oh no.
However, for my bonus action, I would like to wild shape into a fox, but a big fox, a giant fox.
Yeah, absolutely.
A bigger
You are
fox.
a very large fox.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Very
Also
foxy.
for Ice Knife, I'm sorry. They have to, so hits and then the shard explodes, so they have to succeed a dex saving throw.
Yeah.
That
those
is a
additional
dex of
effects.
20. It
Is
does
it
that.
20? Dang it. It's 15.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Do they take half?
Cool. I don't think so.
Okay.
It does not say.
Okay.
I
So-
imagine with 1 point of damage, you just give its ear like a notch.
And I'm like
Cats
really
that have been in a
frustrated.
fight. Yeah.
So then I wild shape into a giant fox.
And you're kind of
Alright, let's do
growling
this.
and yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Solarum, it is your turn. This cat is
All
right
right.
up on you.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit it with my hammer again. So that's going to be a 23 to hit.
Nice.
23
hits, right?
hits. 22 hits.
All right. Okay.
22.
So that's
No.
going to be
Wouldn't you hate that if I gave you something with an
that
AC
would
of
be
22?
So terrible. I mean, a dragon, right?
Yeah.
Like ancient
yeah,
dragons.
ancient dragons have that high AC, but
You're level
that's gonna
5, you
be-
can take that, right?
Fine.
that's going to be 11 damage from the hammer.
Okay.
And then I'm going to spend a key point to do Stunning Strike.
Ooh.
And
Okay.
actually, I don't even know if I have to use a key point for that.
I think that is a key
Yeah,
point.
one
you
key
do,
point. Yes,
yeah.
it is a key point thing. Yes, all right. So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Con 12.
It fails.
All right, so it is stunned until the end of my next turn.
The end of your next turn.
So it cannot.
Okay.
So it would be up next, though.
Yeah.
So it loses its
Okay.
turn.
Go ahead and make a dex saving throw for me.
Yep. Knew that was going to happen. That's going to be a 20, dirty 20.
Okay, you make it. That's fun.
He's just like shimmying and shaking.
After
like...
you hit it with that hammer on the other side,
Okay.
spines fly out and you're able to dodge it again, no problem. And then you whack. You kind of do like the shark nose punch, and it kind of stuns.
So I imagine I like hit it with the hammer, and then I like find the key point, and then like shift it, and like you see me like shove it in just like another inch, and you see it like freeze up. And then for my bonus action, because to keep the stunning strike was a free action, I am going to go ahead and actually hold on 1 second here. Yeah, no, as a bonus action, I am going to use my daunting roar. So I'm going to rear back at it, and as it's frozen, I'm just gonna and
is it
try
the key
and intimidate
point? Your bonus action?
The key point for stunning strike, when you hit it with a melee attack, you spend 1 key point.
Yeah, it's just something you can add to a successful attack.
So I must have been thinking of like flurry of blows or something.
Yeah.
Flurry of blows. Any of the other ones are bonus actions, yes.
Okay.
But stunning strike specifically is not. So bonus action, daunting roar, DC 13 wisdom save, please.
Okay. It does not make it.
Okay, so it is now also frightened of me, and I'm gonna try, and I don't know if like if you'd allow me to flavor it this way, but it's essentially like a yield.
Okay.
Kind of
and it makes that again on its turn.
So wisdom saving throw, it becomes frightened until the end of my next turn.
End of your next turn.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So it is now stunned and frightened until the end of my next turn.
Riesling, it is your turn.
Okay, I am going to heft my mace onto my shoulder and be like, you take it easy, you did good enough. And I am going to cast Sacred Flame at it, so it's a Dex 14 save.
Okay. Can it make a save as stunned?
I was about to say, does it automatically fail, or does it just have disadvantage?
Let me verify what stunned
I think
does.
it might be an automatic failure. Just give me 10 seconds.
No worries.
That's good to know.
Once again, I've got like the mace up. I've got like a... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it automatically fails.
Oh, sweet. So some radiant damage. 2 8s on the die, so 16.
Ouch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I shake my hand after, like, oof, I was stronger than I thought.
Okay. I'm going to square up against the kitty cat, and I am going to try and stab it again. Because it's stunned, I think I have advantage.
Yes, it is incapacitated.
Okay.
I believe.
We are the worst.
I know. I was be like, I'm sorry, kitty cat!
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
9,
Oh, just
16.
16. Beats it.
Okay. Woof. Woof. Cutting it close, Bella.
And you do get sneak attack.
Yes, I did roll those. So 5 plus 4, 9, 13 total.
13 total. Okay. All right. It is your turn, Kaori.
Okay, so I'm going to pounce, which is basically I run at it, and at the same time I do a claw attack, and then it also
knocks it back.
And is knocked prone.
Okay.
But it can't make a dex save, right?
It can't make a dex save, no.
Automatically fails.
So
and you have advantage on that attack roll.
Okay. I'm assuming dirty 20 hits.
A dirty 20 hits.
Awesome. Okay.
Poor kitty cat.
And that is 11 points of slashing damage. However, because it's knocked prone, I can make 1 bite attack as my bonus action.
Okay.
Because I knocked it prone. So
chomp.
I would also like to do that. Do I also get advantage on this?
You would also have advantage on that.
Whew, just tearing this thing a new
That
one.
is bad, man.
Yeah.
That 20!
Yes!
You are about to wreck this thing.
full on Princess Mononoke, just like blood everywhere.
Remind me, double the dice or double the number on the dice?
I typically double the dice.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
can roll more dice.
Roll
It's more
double
satisfying that way.
I think so
I
too.
like lots of dice. You know,
Me too.
that's me.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Great background sounds.
12 piercing damage.
Okay.
Woo.
Sharp canines.
Dang.
Okay. Solarum, it is your turn. It is knocked prone
Right.
and still stunned.
Okay. I am gonna go ahead and let's see here. I'm gonna hit it again, so I have advantage. Yeah.
Yep. Well, you have advantage twice, so does that mean that you have
I
disadvantage?
do- No, that's
Two
not how-
positives don't
Yeah,
make
she's
it.
making
Back around.
Come on.
I take back every nice thing I've said about you.
You're like, you get disadvantage now.
Double disadvantage. No. So that is going to be a 23 or 22 to hit.
That hits.
All right, and I'll go ahead and expend the key point to stun it again. So it needs a con 13. Or no, what was stunning strike?
I think it is
Con
con
12.
con 12. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and it can actually do a con check.
Yes, it's just strength and dexterity that they auto.
It does not make that check.
Okay, so it is stunned again until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
Monk Stunlock is a
and-
beast, man.
I'm gonna turn to Kaori and I'm gonna be like, "Tell it to yield! Tell it to yield!"
I can't speak, so I'm just like,
Riesling, it is your turn.
Alrighty, I'm getting a little pissed off because I'm sick and tired of attacking these animals. So I'm going to try a new spell. I'm going to do Word of Radiance on it. I'm going to speak a divine word, and it's going to have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And my divine word is Fall.
Fall.
So it's a Con 14 save.
Okay. It does not make it.
Okay, so have some radiant damage. I start to glow a little.
These
Some
con
silvery
checks.
light.
Mm-hmm. We found the
That's
soft
just 5
spot.
damage.
Go ahead and tell me what happens.
What?
Oh, she took it out. You took it out.
You killed it.
Okay.
Or
How do I
knock
do
it to
this enough?
0. It could just be unconscious, technically.
Yeah, I'm gonna say so my hand goes up to like touch where my symbol used to be, and then I kind of remember. And my hand falls, but like my eyes glow with like a moonlight silvery type glow, and I just speak and you hear like echoes like fall.
Mhm.
And its eyes light up and its eyes like roll back in its head and it topples over.
Okay. So it is now unconscious and the pathway is clear. You knocked it unconscious or did you kill it?
I would be going to knock it unconscious, and I
Okay.
would have spoken in Celestial.
Okay. Sounds good.
Cool.
So it is out and the path to Bumblebeard is clear.
While it's unconscious, I am going to go ahead and hog tie it, just to make sure.
Watch out for those spikes.
Sleepy
Yeah.
kitty.
Absolutely.
I would like to run directly at Bumblebeard in my fox form.
Okay. You can do that.
Okay,
I'm
I
hoping
want to
so
run
there,
directly
hog tie.
at him.
I like see this and like am a beat after Kaori, but she's still ahead of me. I'm like, wait.
You're like, no. Like reaching out.
And I want to knock him prone if I can.
He is
Spicy.
part of this ship.
Part of the crew, part of the ship.
So he is literally
That was good.
while he's the figurehead, he is part of the bow of the ship.
So he's like where the
Run
mermaid would
into the
be.
cliff.
He is where
Okay.
the mermaid would be at the beginning, at the front of the
This
ship.
is my mermaid.
Kaori, you should know that this is the same kind of thing that the Rim Raiden ship is.
Yeah, but I wonder if you sent this, like, put the cat on us, and so I'm a little
Okay.
annoyed. So I would like to run straight at him, though.
Okay.
It's like
Are you gonna do
tackling
like a
him.
pounce attack or Or are you?
Well, so he can't be knocked prone, but yeah, let's do a pounce attack. I would
Okay,
like to do
sure.
that.
I'm just picturing those pictures of like the puppies who got stung by bees and their cheeks like puff up.
Oh no!
That's all I'm
Poor
picturing.
Kaori.
Bumblebeard cannot move.
He cannot. Well, yeah, no, he can't move.
So is that? Do I get advantage on that?
I mean, you can have advantage on it.
What?
I love the way
feel
you
like
said that.
you're not
I
happy
love
with
the
me
way you
doing
said
this.
that.
I'm wondering if he's even alive at this point.
That's 21.
Okay. Go ahead and take a d6 of damage as you hit a solid wooden object.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
And
One.
you can go ahead and roll damage to him as well.
So that's 9
Sweet.
slashing for him, and then I get 1 point of damage.
Okay.
You get a splinter.
Young Kitsune, why would you attack me? I've always been a friend of your people.
Was that your cat? I'm actually a fox, so I can't talk. So
And you see some of his beard kind of start flying about and disperse from him in this as this cloud of bees kind of starts swarming around.
I will get out. I would like to get out of my fox
I like
form, I think.
catch up, probably like catch up to her at this point. Like,
Yeah, sure.
like, Kal'add, why are you attacking the ship?
Okay, so
I wonder
probably...
that myself.
Did you put?
Oh.
Did you set your cat on us?
The Forest Guardian attacks anything that enters the sanctum. My last captain, you placed him here as a guardian, as I no longer can move.
Are you a talking ship?
I was a talking ship. Now I'm a rooted ent, an ent in the end of its life. But I still sail the seas as I have for the last 1,000 years on this island, floating about.
Do you need a new ship? Because we're making repairs to ours, and we could use a new bow mascot.
You know, my son is a ship ent. I was the original ship ent. I think I have rooted, and my life is coming to a close here, and this is my last place.
I'm sorry.
But my daughter would love to go on a journey.
See, I
Will you treat her well?
Yeah, wait, who are you?
I'm Bumblebeard.
I'm
Bumblebee.
confused why you're here, Bumblebeard.
Yeah,
You may have been a friend of the Ren Raiden before, but that doesn't mean anything now.
wait. Didn't somebody say something about Chatty Dave? Didn't he say something about a mutiny? And
There was a mutiny, yes.
Yeah.
something about there being great danger, and something about Bumblebeard, and there was a smoking ship, and something. I forget.
Riesling calls from the
Zebulon.
distance. Elroy and Zebulon.
Yeah.
Back where we're hog tying.
Or was it Longneck that mutinied?
No, I think Elroy mutinied.
Elroy.
Oh,
Elroy was the one who was mutinied upon. Elroy is a good guy. He's a druid like
Ross is like, wait a second.
I can see that you've gotten
many
glimpses of my history. My last captain, the druid captain Elroy, pirate lord Elroy. We were one of his sub-captains, Zebulon, set a saboteur upon our ship, and blasted our ship full of scatter shot as he attacked us. He killed every one of our crew, except for my captain that he tied to the bow of my bow. He left us sinking there, and in order to save him, I had to break myself in half, and I crawled back here to our island, our home, and drug him ashore. It was my last act. I didn't have much left. So I crawled up here so that I'd have a view of this moving island as we float around.
Did Elroy perish then?
He lived and this was his grove for many, many years, this forest. A ship eventually came and brought him back to the port of Ionzaris, where I'm sure he is back to being the strong pirate lord that he once was.
I don't think so. Do we?
No, Zebulon has taken his place in Ionzaris.
Yeah, there's somebody else.
That's terrible.
Sorry,
that greatly saddens me.
This is really sad to give you on like a dying day or week or month.
Well,
or
dying like
days.
Century or so.
Yeah. I don't. I'm not a plant person.
I'm a bit confused. He's not a human?
He is an int, and you are probably familiar with ints, but there's very few ints that have decided to become ships, however. You were probably one of the few people that have seen another int ship, which is the Rim Raiden ship, where the int is named Zorro among that ship, and he is clearly much younger than this ship int.
Okay. I thought he was like a human.
Me too. He kept saying shipent, and I was like, "What the heck is a shipent?"
I was like, I don't know what that means.
They're like a humanoid.
I thought he was a guy.
Yeah.
Think of Lord of the Rings.
I know what ents are. I know what those two words are separately. I just didn't know what they meant together.
Yeah. Yes. So, he is a giant living ship.
Cool.
That's so cool.
I'm on the same page now.
You said your daughter was here?
Yeah, where's she at? I'm just kidding.
Just kidding.
Yeah, there is another
Shit,
ent
probably,
that
Bella.
She's an ent.
you see another ent leave the bow of the ship. Just a small little ent, female ent.
She's like humanoid?
An ent wife.
Yeah,
Okay.
and she's walking around.
Okay, cool.
And hi, I'm Nico.
Oh, well, now I feel like a sleaze cheese Pete.
What was that name?
Nico?
Is that with an M or an N?
N.
N, okay.
Ent daughter.
I'm gonna write that down and then I'm gonna come.
She looked like a child, like...
How old does she look?
She probably looks like a teenager.
Okay.
Perfect.
Harley, you probably know that while she looks like a teenager, she's probably several hundred years old still.
How do you spell int?
E-N-T?
ENT.
Yeah, I believe that is the case.
Yep.
Okay.
I've read Lord of the Rings enough times.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, Nico Bump Up. What's the last name? Do you have last names?
Oh, at last name, Riesling like runs over. Did I hear last names?
I don't have a last name, no.
Me neither.
You two can workshop it together. Is there anything else that we should know about Zebulon or Elroy? Or I mean, we're kind of getting a little bit tangled up in this, Mr. Beard.
Well, you are welcome to ask me questions. I don't know what the current political climate is, and for the most part, I didn't really care when, humans are so short-lived anyways.
You said this island floats.
Well, yeah. And he points out very slowly, And what seemed like a smaller island, now that you have a viewpoint, you notice that it's actually a large red claw, and it's slowly moving out of the water.
On what?
Fight the island.
What does this island float on?
Oh, this island is a giant crab. Haven't you seen its chitin?
No.
Well, we stand
rocks.
upon it, and he points down at the red stone jutting up from the ground. That the ship has rooted itself into.
Well, that's
All right.
all right. And I bend down and I just go, "You're doing a great job, little island crab." And I like pat the ground.
Not so little. We crash landed on it. This thing makes Otodus look like a tadpole.
Like a little guppy.
Like a twerp.
All right.
Now I am curious and coming up with many interesting plans in my head.
I'm gonna
We
turn to
need,
Nico. No, you go. Sorry.
We need to
Sorry, go ahead.
we need to take out Zebulon and Longneck, and I don't think that we as individuals or even as a full crew could take them both out in the same go, but armed with maybe another crew of Kitsune or a giant dire crab, we would be able to maybe take out a couple of pirate lord halls.
Hold on. Are you seriously suggesting we beset an island, a crab island, on the pirate lords? So, Marm, I need you to understand that I am questioning the sanity of this plan.
I assure you that this island has its own free will and is hard to coerce.
Yeah, what Mr. Beard said.
For the most part, he or she or they just float around and looking for food and things to eat.
I don't know if the Rin Raiden will do much either. They also kind of do their own thing.
Plus, they've already,
Unless we somehow make it beneficial to them.
from what it sounds like, they've already sort of taken quite a beating from Zebulon. I don't know if we can...
They may be mounting an attack, though.
I would be... If they're mounting an attack, we can join with them, but I wouldn't feel right asking people who've just suffered potential losses to jump back into the ring, as it were.
Okay.
I assure you that if the Rim Raiden still sailed the seas, they were very loyal to Pirate Lord Elroy, and I'm sure they I am amazed that they haven't already seeked out his head, Zebulon's head.
I'm sure they are.
So...
Which one of you is the captain of the ship that you sailed for?
That'd be her.
That would be me.
I would like your oath to take care of my daughter if you leave with her.
Oh, absolutely. Do you want like a blood oath, or like spit in my hand, or like, I don't know, I could like plant a tree somewhere, like what?
A promise tree.
A promise tree.
I'm always a fan of those who plant trees, but a handshake will do.
All right, and I like.
You have
His
it just in
hand
case.
kind of like comes around and like you feel like vines kind of growing on you a little bit as he shakes around.
You have my word as a captain and a woman of the sea that your daughter will be kept safe, and I will do my best to ensure that she lives a long and legendary life.
Thank you. Know that she is at most danger for the first years of her sailing.
Huh?
We'll take care of her.
We'll look out for her. I don't know what a woman of the sea is, but
It's me.
she's our captain.
It's a person, a woman, who sails the sea and calls it home and, does stuff on the water.
Don't know why captain wasn't enough, but okay.
The more words you say, the better it sounds, Riesling.
I take out my little notepad and I write that down. More words equal better.
And then you take the quote and then put Captain Bella on you
I put a little
tribute the
B
quote
next to it. That's a Bella euphemism.
Words of wisdom from Bella.
Yeah, I've got a list for every crew member.
Nice. This is our life needs things to live.
Yeah,
moment.
Yeah.
More words make it sound better. Bella Bones.
It does.
BB.
I just want to say really quick, I didn't know it was an int. In my brain I was thinking INT when you said it instead of ENT, so it didn't click. So I wouldn't have attacked it. But I'm not retconning. I'm just saying I didn't know, do you ever when you see a word in your brain and so that's how you understand it? I was not seeing ENT.
Yeah.
So I didn't, anyways. So now I feel bad because I wouldn't have attacked it. So sorry, Bumblebeard.
Oh man.
Happens.
That's alright. You were just really gung-ho. You were just really excited to,
Got the blood going.
Yeah, that adrenaline pumping.
Honestly, I probably would very much respect Bumblebeard, especially their service of Elroy and the Rin Raiden. So, but I guess, I got a little excited.
Yeah.
You were also pissed at, this cat that you just fought, but...
It's fine.
Your taste in blood.
Yeah, got a little excited there.
So
wait, what is this the other one, sorry, the daughter, what was her name again?
Nico.
She walking?
Yes,
she is walking.
She is humanoid.
She's not a ship
attached
yet.
to a ship.
She is humanoid-ish shaped.
Okay.
Rather than being a ship.
Well, are we ready to go?
I think so. Is there anything that you would like us to take back, from your ship, or anything that you think might help us in avenging Elroy and taking down the corrupt pirate lords? Which is kind of a little bit of redundancy.
Our old dock is on this island, not far from here, and he points relatively to about the opposite side of the island from where you guys have docked, where you guys have breached your ship.
And is there potential for allies or supplies?
This island is abundant in life, much more magically abundant than anywhere else that I've been.
Right.
So I'm glad that my last days are here. I'm sure that you were able to find supplies. Just be careful. There's quite a few sharks in the waters, and you might not fancy a swim.
Got it. Sharks in the water. Wouldn't want to mess with those.
No idea what that's like.
Yeah, who would do that? Anyway, we should be on our way.
Well, feel free to come visit. I won't be moving much. The island might be, though.
Got it. Right.
Wait a minute. Nico, if you're going to join our ship and you can't move from where you are, is this the last time you'll see each other?
Well,
I can get her back.
I could probably come visit sometime.
I forgot
at least if I can see him from afar.
I forgot to tell you all, I found this, and I hold up the compass that Lincoln dropped. Our friend dropped it on his way out.
I scramble for it,
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Okay, hold
he
on.
holds it up high because he's so tall. He's like,
Storm, I can kiss you.
We're like,
thank you. Kiori's very excited.
I don't know about all that, but I'm pretty sure if we were to tune into this thing, it could guide us to whatever we wanted.
Do you know how it works? Is that how it works? Do you just think
I
about?
don't know exactly how it works. Lookin was using it to hunt down Otodus.
Well, he's buried here, so
that's what I.
at any event, I mean, we could maybe
Can it
find
find
it
anything?
again.
I take a moment to like focus on it and see if I can get it to point in a specific direction. I'm gonna focus on.
I've got an idea.
Mm.
You stand over there, turn your back. I'll go over here, think of me, and see if it points behind you.
All right. Sounds
So
good.
I like run the other direction.
Okay, so I walk to the other side of like Bumblebeard, and I look at the compass and I think of Riesling.
The whole time it has been pointing in a different direction, and it doesn't alter from that direction.
Doesn't alter.
Can I make like an Arcana check or something? To see
I'll allow an Arcana check or an investigation check to kind of try to figure it out.
Did it work?
No, it's not moving.
Maybe it's because you already know where I am.
I don't know.
Try to forget me.
Dirty 20.
You feel, Kaori probably feels like has a specific thing that it always points to.
I wonder.
So it's not versatile.
Is it pointing towards the side of the island that Otodus is on, or is it pointing in a different direction?
Do you want to give me a survival or an investigation check?
Can I?
Okay, yeah, I'll
Can
do
I
survival.
assist him with an investigate?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can do an investigate or help him on his investigate.
Yeah, I'll just give him advantage, but like the way I'm helping is through the more investigative
For
route,
sure.
rather than survival.
All right. It's the same either way. So, with advantage, it's 15.
You feel like it's likely pointing where Otodus is still on the beach.
Treebeard, could you point down towards the ship that most recently landed on your island?
And he points in the same direction as the compass.
All right. So it seems like this thing is fixed on Otodus.
Did you call him Treebeard?
Oh, sorry, Bumblebee.
I didn't catch it.
My bad.
Good catch.
The disrespect.
The disrespect.
Like
sorry.
I didn't attack him.
Kind of
so-
fly off.
Please, Treebeard was my father. I'm Bumblebee. All right, so yeah, it looks like this thing is fixed on Otodus.
Well, that's good. We can always bring Nico back for a visit
We can
this
always
way. We can always find the
float on
island.
back.
Mhm.
Well,
It's
let's
true.
get going then.
All right. Back down the way we came, or was there a shortcut?
Just
Please
keep
let it be a
going,
slide.
and you'll come out the entrance.
Okay.
Something like it'd be like Assassin's Creed. You jump off and there's a
A
pile of
bale of
hay.
hay.
Yeah.
I was thinking vine slide.
Or yeah, like a convenient zip line down to where
Yeah.
we need to go.
Can we fashion one?
You have
I
50
mean,
feet of rope. Tell me how you do it.
If each of us has 50 feet of rope, we technically have
I feel
200
like,
feet
I
of
feel like
rope.
if Git was here, he would know exactly what to
I
do.
was just thinking that. I was like,
Right.
why isn't Get here?
Oh, I have an idea.
Go ahead.
Oh. Are we gonna spend a lot of time on getting down this cliff? Maybe. Oh.
Will it be fun? Most likely.
Absolutely. Are we gonna get hurt doing it? Yes.
What's your
Does
idea,
anybody,
Kiori?
like rappel down? Like make the rope into a rappel, basically? Like stick it on the side of the cliff and
Tie it to Bumblebeard. Or he can just hold it and let go when we're done. That way we get the rope back.
yeah.
I could certainly hold on to the rope. I don't think that you are very heavy. I've had many humans on my back in the past.
Would you be
Alright.
willing to do that?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna rappel down.
I'm going to have so much fun, you guys.
Okay.
Riesling forgot that she was afraid of heights.
I can
She
carry
takes one
you.
look over
I
the
can
edge
hold
and
you.
she just backs up. Like, you guys go first.
So I as soon as like I hear everybody's on board with this idea and that it was actually Kaori's, I'm just like so excited that as soon as Bumblebee has the rope, I like grab the other end and start like running like towards the end. And I do a super cool like jump and I'm like, see you down, and I like fall.
Go ahead and give me that acrobatics check. I want to see how it
absolutely.
goes. Everyone else can give me a dex check, but I want to see a wisdom check for
Before we go,
Riesling
I'm gonna
first.
kind of.
18?
We go, I'm gonna.
You're good. You look
before we go, I'm gonna-
stylish while you go down.
Nice. Before I go, I'm gonna kind of loosen the hog tie on the porky pussy, and
As you go back,
like untie it.
Did you just?
What? It's a cat with porcupines on it. I don't know what it's called.
it's a puffer
I
cat.
like that. Actually, no, I know. I
Puffer
don't
cat.
like that.
Okay. Okay.
That's what it is now.
I'm seeing it in my head, and it's not great. But like, I'll share it with you guys at break.
When you go back to it, you see a bunch of insects and bees chewing on the ropes that you've tied it up with.
Oh, it's already chewing on the ropes.
It's not, but there's a bunch of insects, bees and other insects that are
So it
chewing
seems
on
like
the ropes.
grove is taking care of it. All right, I'm gonna leave it be then. I'm not even gonna worry about it. All right, away we go, and that is a 21.
Okay.
I rolled a 4.
Oh
Oh,
Okay.
I'm gonna try and catch her on the way down.
Yeah. Give me like a dex save to catch her.
All right,
I
got you. That's a 15 to catch
Riesling,
her.
what is your wisdom check or wisdom save?
Got a
I think you freeze. I don't think that
five.
you're.
Absolutely.
I think they all jump and you're just like.
I just hope you don't see Kaori totally fall.
Yeah, I panic. Like, oh god, not again. But I'm gonna go over to Bumblebeard and I'm gonna be like, let me take that rope for you. And I'm gonna take the rope and I'm gonna toss it over the edge, like, oops. And
Well,
then I'm gonna walk down the normal way.
first, Solarm, tell me what happens. What did you get?
I got a dirty 20
Okay.
to catch Kaori.
So do you take Solarm's hand?
Yeah, I do, for sure.
Okay. He's able to swing you back onto the rope, and with the
I
dirty
have
20,
like
I think that's enough to save from falling.
I have like a total Tarzan moment where she's like falling, and I just kind of like grab her out of the air and scoop her, and then like throw her up on my back as I'm like grabbing onto the rope and like swinging down.
Wow.
And
Kaori's
you
face
guys
is
get
definitely red.
you get to the bottom.
Too cool.
And the rope comes fluttering down after you, and you I assume Riesling, you say like whoops or something.
Yeah, I say whoops to Bumblebeard, like, oh, Butterfingers. Oops.
Thank goodness none of us were on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him what's the quickest non-jumping way down.
Well, to be perfectly honest, it's probably quicker to get back to your ship by just going through the forest. You'll be teleported to the entrance, so you'll probably beat them back.
Okay. And I said, thank you. We should have done this in the first place. I don't know why they're show-offs.
Because it's cool.
Trust
and I'm
me,
just
I've
gonna
met
go.
many
I gotta show
pirates. This is the nature.
I'm sure you are not surprised then.
Not at all.
So then if I teleport, I'm already there when they get to the bottom.
Yeah, so as soon as you go into this forest and go straight, it immediately brings you back to that very first room where you can turn around and you're basically right back to where the ship is, the beach where the ship is. The rest of you are, a ways away as far as this island goes and have to truck. And I don't know if you've ever taken long walks on the beach. It's not the most pleasant.
Oh, it is. It's very pleasant. It's one of my favorite pastimes.
Well,
Long walks on the beach.
the beach itself is pleasant. What's hard is that sand
The
is
sand.
exhausting after, if you walk a few
Yes.
miles in sand, it becomes very, very difficult.
If you're doing it for leisure, it's very relaxing. And nice. But if
Oh,
you're
so I
trying
should take that off my dating profile. I don't like long walks on the beach.
Well,
okay?
it depends on what your
You thought
idea of
you
long
did.
walk is. Like, you know, if
Just
you're
kidding.
talking like miles, it's really
I'm
hurts after a little
Yes.
It can be
Um,
brutal because you're using different muscles and stuff like that.
But
This is a good
Important
workout for me. I'm
question.
feeling good. I'm feeling pumped up.
Who
Yeah.
has Chatty Dave?
I still have Chatty Dave.
Okay, you have
On
him
my
in the
shoulder.
chest.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna make you have to do like a strength save just to see if you drop Chatty Dave in the treasure chest as you grab.
Yeah, I was like, how did you grab Kaori?
Because
And then also-
that's
Well, I would have like
that-
strapped him to my back. Like I would have tied it off to one handle.
Like
tied
a
it off to
baby
the other,
Alarm
and
is
then-
just a hero.
Are you-
okay?
are you
this is a
super
hero
strong?
moment.
Okay.
Okay, you want a strength check? You want a strength
Yeah.
check?
I want a strength
I'll give you a
check.
strength check.
Pretty
Okay,
sure
cool.
we
Somebody
have
on
the
the
same
ship needs
strength.
to make a little like front holder for his skull.
like a baby Bjorn, but
That's gonna
for
be a
like
17.
Exactly.
Okay. I will say that your rope contraption that's tied Chatty Dave to your back holds through as you hold on to him.
Nice.
I just like as we're walking on the beach, since it's gonna take a while anyway, I just like scoop my hand in some of the sand like near where the waves roll in and try and get some seashells and like sift through them a little bit
Absolutely.
and collect some seashells. Do I find any pretty ones?
You find a plethora of different shells, but as you're doing it, half of what you pick up is alive still. Like just being like little crabs and snails and clams. It's almost like an overabundance. I mean, everything is an overabundance of life that seems to be on this island. So as you make your trek back, I assume Riesling is waiting, kind of like there.
Oh yeah, I'm hanging out with like Toxa and all them. I'm with Jorn. My boys.
As you get back, the ship has they've made a giant slide out of the storm sails and attached it to the land as they're hauling all the stuff out of the ship and are starting to try to repair it. They already have quite a few logs that are up on the shore and are ready to be cut as you get back. We are going to take a 1 month time skip where the party, you can spend it on the island and as the crew repairs the ship and tell me what you'd like to do in your free time besides repairing the ship.
So we're basically stuck here for a month repairing the ship.
You're stuck here for a month repairing the ship. And, you know, my assumption is, you know, while your workday is quite exhausting, there's a couple hours here and there that you can do whatever you'd like to do. And you are informed that Fig comes back having scouted the dock on the other side of the island, and he says there's several uninhabited shacks out there also. That doesn't look like they've been used in many years.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think we picked up a new crewmate that was on the island.
There is a new crewmate on the island. How is the pronounced snake person? Shanti or
Yanti.
Yanti. A
Sneeple.
white Yanti. Kalash. Yeah.
Slush, clack, slush.
Forgive me for butchering that name. I'm
Effort
sorry.
was made.
We've got a Sneeple on the ship now.
But
Yes.
yeah, as is typical for your crew, you're picking up strays kind of as you go.
That's the way I love it.
But yeah, is there anything that you'd like to do in your free time as the ship is being repaired?
Get a tan, obviously.
Kaori just living it up. Like she's on
like-
vacay.
You're out there getting a tan, and your fox form's a little darker.
I'm just kidding. I would like to get to know. I keep forgetting her name. I'm so sorry. The Ent.
Nico.
Nico.
Yes, I would like to get to know. I'd probably stick around Nico and just kind of like chat with her, get to know her, probably like explore the forest and get to know the forest as best as I can.
And the forest reminds you a lot of home. You're familiar with kind of like this magically druid grove. It's definitely interesting that this is on a floating island, and Nico is different than most the ints that you've encountered in the past, in the sense that she clearly wants to be a ship and she wants to move and be on the seas. Where most of the ints that you've encountered want to be part of a forest and want to protect their forest. She has some sort of urge that's natural to her to explore the oceans.
She's not like other girls.
Not like other ent women.
Mm-hmm.
Also, in that time, I feel like the forest will teach me some things, and I learn a couple new spells from leveling up and from the forest. One of them being nature's claim, so learning how to grow things very, very quickly and age things very quickly.
It's wonderful.
Cute. I can go. Riesling, for the most part, is going to hang out with the crew, trying to build rapport, sparring, bro-y stuff. But once a week, she is going to sneak off and try to learn the limitations of this guy. Like how far she has to be from somebody. She's basically just going to like sneak behind the tree line and then just practice on the crew to gauge like how far she has to be, how long it can last for, those types of things. But only once a week, so like 4 times.
Absolutely.
She doesn't tell anybody.
I will have it noted that you've used it 4 times.
Wait, why are you noting it? I don't like that.
Solarum.
All right. I'm very curious about being on the back of a giant bug, specifically because of where I came from.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if the chitin has any strange properties. If it's similar to the giant bugs from where I come from.
The specific properties that the giant bugs that you're familiar with, it does not have those properties.
Okay.
But I mean, it definitely is very, very hard. And what seems to be interesting is that it is clearly growing from the ground, and as it kind of erodes away, as it gets closer to the surface. But yeah, the properties that you'd be looking for are not necessarily there, but it does feel in some ways like some of your experiences back home, as I think I gave you a little hint of last game. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah. Yep. I feel more at home here than I have since I left. And you guys would notice that he almost has a bit of a landlubber type vibe since we've gotten to this island. He's much more relaxed than you've seen him before. In that regard, since there aren't any, there's not really anything that I would do for my profession here. I will start to kind of study the different flora and fauna of the island, specifically looking for ways to make different types of tea.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to be taking field notes as I go along too in my journal, and drawing pictures and stuff like that.
Shawl and I think Fig also went out and did an exploration to find herbs, so you can kind of go along with them. Do you want to just give me a survival check for that?
Sure, absolutely. That is a 12.
I think you find some things that could be brewed into tea, some flowers and some various herbal things that would taste good in a tea, but nothing of medicinal note specific.
Okay.
What about alcoholic?
Well, that's a
you
different
can make
process.
Alcohol from anything, as long as you've got dark place with some moisture.
anything that you'd like to do?
Yes. So I am going to try and, of course, during helping with the repair of the ship and everything, I'm going to be sort of like a foreman. Just trying to make sure that everybody's doing their part, and everybody has like a role to play, and what I would probably be the best at is helping put the ship back in working order, just because, I'm not with my hands, but just schematics, just because I have the sailing proficiency and I kind of know what a ship should look like.
Yeah.
But as far as doing manual labor, I'm not very good at that. And in my spare time, I would be definitely exploring the island, going to the other side of the island that Bumblebee talked about, and looking at that docking area.
Yeah, you find an old dock there that was clearly used as kind of a hidden pirate port, along with some shacks for crew to stay in, and places for them to store different goods as they were restocking. You probably assume that that this was used as a place to restock for free, that was kind of hidden and private.
Okay. And if it doesn't look like anybody's currently there, then I'll take things that look like we could use them, but not strip the place, just in case somebody comes back and needs to resupply there. I don't want to take everything.
I think that it was pretty clearly Elroy's, and it doesn't look like anyone's been there for a long time.
Okay, then anything that's still good, I'll clear it out.
Okay. I'm sure that you can get a few people to help you
Sure.
haul all of that.
And in the night, I am going to my map, my secret map that I have that's activated by blood, and I am trying to recite the words that it has in, because it's primordial.
Yeah.
Before it gets activated in blood. And so I'm just trying to speak the words in primordial and then putting blood on it at different times, and then just trying all these different ways to see if I can get anything more out of it, or if looking at it in a different way will give me any more information on where I should go or what it's for, or just anything like that.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check. While you do that, you discover that at some point in time, someone's been in your cabin and has robbed certain things from you. They've been in your chest of where you keep your gold, but all the gold still remains there. The thing that's missing is all the fruit that you had.
The fruit?
Yeah, you had a supply of fruit, and those fruit are now missing.
Aren't those super valuable and important to the Rim Raiden? Oh.
Shit. Okay, well, my investigation's a 15. But that definitely...
oh, that makes me angry.
So, 15 on the map. Can I roll another investigation on, if they left any signs of who might have taken it behind, or anything like that?
Absolutely. With the 15 on the map, you can assume that the island that it's pointing to, or is either Ianzaru, Kal'add, or Stormbreak. Just because you can tell that it's kind of centered around there. As you kind of place blood on this map, day after day, you notice that when it's on a full moon, this eye has these veins that go through it. The first time you look at these veins that go through this eye on the full moon, you're not really sure what to think of it. It looks kind of like it kind of just looks like a veiny eye. But as time goes on, and the second time that you look at it, they almost seem like a underground tunnel cave network.
Okay.
And then the third time that you look at it, it almost seems like veins and less like a cave once again.
And did I notice that it looked more like a cave when the moon was the fullest?
Yes, they're always visible when the moon is the fullest. It's just that it almost like switches in between looking like caves and looking like veins.
Okay. All right. Now the investigation for who went through my stuff. All right, 18.
You're not sure who went through it, but you have a feeling that it happened. Say that this investigation happened the first night. You assume that this probably happened before you guys were fought Otodus. You can assume that the
sneaky frog
stuff had shifted around, and you feel like it's likely before that this happened.
Oh, he is so fried. He was rolling a lot.
So, wait, does Kaori know that the fruit has been stolen? Or not?
I will tell. As soon as I figure it out, I tell you guys that I think Lucan also got into my room and stole the fruit before he left because it's gone.
You're a cat.
There's a kitty cat yowling.
Before we go on break, Riesling and Kaori, you're not really sure when, but both of you find vials of blood in your belongings. You're not sure how they got there, but both of you are pretty sure that no one besides yourself could have put them there. And with that, we're going to go to a break.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Silly.
And it can't dodge.
It can't dodge. I mean, it's a ship that's like sitting.
Yeah, in my brain that did not register.
We don't have Dominic yet.
Well, we're on you right now, so.
Oh. Well, I guess we are back. I'm sorry, guys. I did not realize that we were back. Welcome back to
Chatting.
Creative Crits. Yeah, I'll go back through some of our notes as far as our future games. Our next stream will be Pints and Paint on April 1st. If you want to come check us out painting some cool things, we painted these trees last stream, along with some cool mushrooms that Bree made. Our next game stream is yet another adventure party on episode 8 on April 3rd. But yeah, if you would like to be a part of the ship's crew that have been fixing the ship currently and do little side things along with the stream, go ahead and check out our Discord. We also have a lot of other stuff coming that way, games that are just community games that are unrelated to our streams, along with some fun memes and some other cool stuff. But yeah, if you want to check out our community, that's that. Besides that, we can hop back in here, and Dominic will eventually catch up, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a last time I think you asked. I did not have my notes from the beginning of the game, but I just wanted to read for you the text that is on your map once again. On your map, it says, "Find the secret veins of the heart of trade. Fill them with blood, and your desire is paid." And that is what has been translated and seen so far on this map.
Okay. All right. I love that my character has so much int and wisdom, you guys. It's making this a lot easier. Cool.
Yeah, so where I left off, both Kaori and Riesling have found vials of blood in their personal belongings. This could be your packs. This could be on you personally. But you have found these little vials of blood.
Are we together when we find them?
You can tell me how you find them. It is just on your person, and you are not sure how they got there.
I'm assuming we're probably not together. Not that I don't want to be with you. It's just that we're probably doing other things. So I probably find it after coming out of the forest, hanging out in the forest for the day, walking out, and I find this vial of blood. It's probably how I find it.
And I'll say maybe I find it I'm going through my stuff in the bunk area where I have a hammock. It's stashed in amidst my pack, possibly. And when I find it, I'm going to uncork it and sniff it to see if it's really blood or really, really thick wine.
It is absolutely blood, yes.
I would like to taste it.
Ooh.
That's interesting. Okay,
Foxes eat raw meat, just letting everybody know. So this wouldn't be that gross for me.
No.
So, it tastes like blood, but it's so much thicker than it should be. And when it touches your tongue, it almost burns with sweetness. I don't know if you've ever had pure artificial sugar or something like that, but there's just this overwhelmingly sweet flavor with just the smallest drop of blood in your mouth.
Do I recognize this from anywhere?
Give me a nature check.
Ooh.
Okay. No, we're not using that die.
Oh, not today.
Yeah,
No,
pick a good die.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 19.
Good choice.
This is the same sweetness that came into your mouth from when you were holding up Otodus. This is the same sweetness that tinges the waters of New Bastion, this area of the sea. And this is the same sweetness that's just on the air and on the wind. in this part of the ocean.
And you said that nobody would have been able to put it on me except for me.
I mean, it
Do I
is
have, like-
on your person.
Do I have a gap in my memory?
Not that you're aware of.
I guess you wouldn't remember if you did.
Yeah, but like, you know how like you can like think back like yesterday. Oh wow, I don't remember what happened yesterday.
Yeah, what did I do after lunch?
Yeah, right.
No, I gotcha.
You are not aware of a clear, visible, like just blank portion of like a day that's missing.
Or I wouldn't be aware of this, right? Because it's both of them.
It's just
They
us
have
two.
not
I haven't
expressed
told
it to anybody
yet.
else.
I am probably going to seek out Kaori though and be like, "Hey, Kaori,
Mhm.
I've got a weird question.
Okay.
Do you drink blood?" I mean, foxes do. I'm assuming. I don't want to be, derogatory. I don't want to just assume.
I mean, Kaori probably is gonna like bare her teeth a little bit,
Is
just
there a
like
drop
to
of blood on
kind of to play with it. But I mean, I guess if it's meat, but no, not typically. We don't. I mean, not just the blood. However, what did you find something?
Or maybe.
I'm gonna like pull out my vial.
You got one too?
Yes, I don't know if.
I
It's
don't know where
like-
this came from.
Yeah, you seem very excited. Tell me what you know.
I know that you have one, and now I feel less alone because I also have one, and I was worried because I have no idea where this came from. It was just like with my stuff.
Okay, I want to taste hers as well to see if it tastes the same.
I smelled
It's
it. It smells
absolutely
just
the
like
same
blood.
thing.
I like take your blood vial, get a little drop.
Should I try it?
I mean, I suppose if you want to, but there's no need. It tastes. There's something sweet about it. The same. Otodus's blood tastes the same. The waters taste the same as this blood.
Why? Do you think anybody else has this? They would have come to you right away, though, right? If they just found a random vial of blood.
Why would they come to me?
That's the first thing I thought of.
Are you spreading rumors that I drink blood, Riesling?
I can. Do you want me to?
No, I'm sure I already scared the crew enough.
That is very true. You're quite ferocious. But maybe we should ask Bella and Solarum if they have one too. At least before we ask the rest of the crew. I don't know if we ever figured out if they were all trustworthy. But we should probably at least rely on them.
I'm gonna put a hand on you. Before you do, I believe it has something to do with. There's no way somebody could have put this on me without me knowing. So did I do it myself? Possible.
Everything comes back to these.
Have you figured anything out? I've noticed you sneaking off.
No,
I have
maybe.
a 17 passive perception.
Yeah, no, you
I would have
absolutely
noticed.
religiously watched her sneak off once a week. I think I mean I can make people freeze. Range is pretty good.
Does it feel any better?
No, it feels awful. Every time I keep being like, I should stop doing this. And then I do it again the next week.
Story life.
I don't like
Is it like
though.
addictive?
No, but you got into my head and I just really want to know. Like, I can't stop thinking about it.
Well, we both have a right to know, even if it is unpleasant.
Exactly. I mean, it's on us. It's part of us. I want to know what it is. And if it's controlling us, I
DM,
don't like it.
this is kind of a stretch, but does it look any different, like to this eye, the blood?
Ooh, it's a great question.
Have you ever seen bioluminescent algae? You personally?
Yes. Yes.
You know
I have.
how as you kind
I've
of
seen
move
Moana.
it, as you move it in like a vial or something, that like as it gets jarred, it starts to light up. That's kind of how this blood looks. As you kind of jar it around, it starts to glow, and then it goes back to being black. And then you shake it, and then it ripples and bubbles with light, and then it stops again.
And normal blood would be glowing, right?
If it was in the body, it would be glowing. If it's outside of the body, it would just be black.
So it's still alive, maybe?
There's something in this.
Same thing that's in the water. It's in Otodus.
Yeah.
Otodus. Him.
Yeah.
The shark.
Yes. All right, you're right. Let's see if... At least I don't know if we should scare the crew necessarily, but let's see what Bella and Solarum know.
Absolutely. We head off.
Just for fun, / as a way to kind of like rope some more people in unintentionally, could they come in on me trying to like do stuff with my map?
Absolutely.
Could that
as they come into the captain's quarters, tell me what they see.
Okay.
I'm
So
excited.
so you guys see I'm gonna say that Bella accidentally left the door like a little cracked, and that usually indicates that it's like, you know, come in if you want, like
Open door policy.
open door. If it's closed, knock. But if it's open, just like, you know, come on in. And she accidentally like didn't close it all the way because it's Bella. And you guys come in, and she's like dripping blood over a map, and then like smearing it all over, and then like holds it up to like the porthole of like the full moon, and is like writing stuff down.
Can I grab Bella's hand while it's like up in the in the air?
Yeah. What? Hi, Kaori. What are you
doing?
I'm going to point and be like, did you give us the blood?
Did I? What? Who?
Where did you get this blood? I'm gonna taste it.
It's my
hers.
blood. It's in my hand.
Yeah, this tastes like human blood.
Are you going to get a taste for this now? Is this going to be like one of those
Am I-
things where once she has it, she can't stop?
I'm sorry. I didn't
I do
mean.
not drink blood.
Did I like trigger like predator instincts or something? I can like do this more privately somewhere.
No,
Solarum,
Bella,
I think you probably hear this through the door, like through the wall of that connects your
First mate's quarters.
the first mate's quarters to the
Especially
captain's
since you've walked in on me like bleeding over a
Yeah.
map once before.
Oh, Atlanta.
So yeah, you guys turn around and you see me kind of just like leaning on the doorpost, and I'm just like, so it wasn't just a tradition. And then you see me like walk in, and I like slam the door.
He's not mad.
Oh.
He's disappointed.
I just like it's still like I don't understand. I'm just working on a little project. What
Yeah,
are you
we need to
talking
know
about?
exactly what it is, Bella.
Oh, well, okay, just make sure the door's shut and locked.
I slammed it shut and I locked it.
And I do a once over throughout the room, just like checking under everything, just to make sure like nobody else
Under
has
the
snuck
bed.
in.
Yeah, you don't think that there's anybody that's snuck in.
Okay,
You guys are private.
I like show the map that's still like a little wet from the blood, and I'm like, this is a map, and I don't know what to. All I know is that it's to some great treasure, and it is one of the only things that I have that was my parents, and I feel like it's my calling in life to figure out what it was to and for and find whatever is at the X at the end of the map. But it's very complicated. It's not just a simple map. There's different modes and settings, and some of them are blood activated and some of them are moon activated. And
Blood activated.
Is there an X on it?
there's not an X on it.
There's
Did you not
so
ask?
with when the map does not have the see-through eye, when the map is in its normal state,
Yeah.
there is an X, but it's the map is of all of New Bastion.
Yeah.
And that's why you're not really sure of which island is this X.
I've like narrowed it down a little bit. It's like an X in the middle of the ocean almost, or like in a very general.
And
big
that's
spot.
why you kind of can assume that it's one of these islands that are kind of nearby.
Yeah.
When blood is dripped onto it, a large eye becomes kind of transparent and red.
Right. And then that's where all the veins are coming in.
And that's where you see the veins that
the
almost are like...
passage that I've translated is on its dormant side.
It's on... When it's on dormant, but then when you see it in the moonlight.
Yes.
When you see it in the moonlight, you can see the text.
Yes, and...
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, and the text is in... Do any of you speak Primordial?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so. Hold
Yeah,
on.
it's in this weirdo language that like
Yeah, they didn't
looks-
offer it where I was growing up.
And I say, and this is Primordial. Do you know how long it took me just to learn how to translate these sentences? Elven
No,
would
how
have been
long?
way more useful. Like a decade. Elven would have been
How
way
old
more
are
useful.
you?
Or Dwarvish. I don't know, like Riesling. I'm like
Bella,
young.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to accuse you of anything, but Riesling and I found these.
What are those?
She tasted it.
It's blood.
Blood? Whose blood? It's not my blood. I didn't put any. I drip directly onto the map. I am very clean in my blood spillage.
I'm not. No, this blood. I don't know who it belongs to, but it has a very interesting taste to it. It tastes sweet. But
You tasted the blood?
yes, of course, I eat raw meat.
I mean, yeah, but it's very
She
brave.
drinks blood all the time. At least
I
that's
do
what I've
not
heard.
drink.
You can spread it around. It's okay.
Oh, okay. But
Anyways,
so
Kaori's now a vampire.
where did you find them? Why is this alarming? Like, why is?
Well, we both found them on our person, in our stuff, but
And I like immediately start searching. Like, do I have blood on me?
You do not have blood.
Other than like,
Not
that I put
besides
there
your
myself.
own blood. There's no blood on you.
we
Okay.
don't know how we got these.
It was just in my stuff.
Solarum, and I
Oh.
turn to Solarum.
Nothing in my things.
However, do you mind if I drip some on your map?
Ooh, yeah. That might do something.
I'm just
That
gonna
doesn't
take.
work. Yeah, you do that first, and then I've got something.
Oh. Okay, well, I'm gonna just drip a few, like, not like a ton, but just a few drops and kind of spread it on that map.
Okay. They pool on the map at first, and they hold there for a second, and then they're absorbed and sucked into the map. What you see is those same veins that were there before, but then they grow larger, as if you're zooming in to it.
You're going to do something different.
You see the overhead of a chamber behind a waterfall. A chamber that you're very familiar with. And you see these footsteps appear. And they walk up to a door in the middle of the chamber. A door that you haven't been through. And they go through that door and into a hallway. They travel along this hallway in this network and spider web of passage, but they ignore all the other passages until they get to a pedestal. And you see something happen, and it zooms back out and to the veins that are now very clear. Kaori, you see the same thing, but at the same time, this eye that's visible almost turns into like a screen, a window, but to your other eye. What you see with that eye is the blood from Otodus dripping onto a pedestal. And then you walking up and placing a stone at the top of this treasure chamber. And then you see trees start to come through the ground of the city of Stormbreak Harbor. You see vines wrap up some of the town's guards. And you see all sorts of little tree spirits start to return to the city as the houses start to become vacant.
This is all in the map? Like, it's just like moving images?
So
or?
you see the moving images of the zooming thing.
Uh-huh.
What she sees specifically with her.
But it's still on, like,
eye.
she's seeing it on
She's
the map.
seeing it through the eye
Yeah.
in the map.
Yeah.
Do I see also what Bella is seeing?
Yes,
Right?
but through the
do?
other eye.
You're getting some
Do
weird,
it
like,
like-
3D image going on.
It's like a robot with two screens.
Yeah.
So the chamber that Bella sees, do I correlate that at all to the chamber that I see dripped in blood? Like, is that, do I think that's the same thing?
Yeah, I think that's probably,
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's not what I was thinking.
What were you thinking?
I'm sure it's fine.
Huh? What?
No, that was way cooler than what I was thinking. Probably more useful.
Kiwi's not going to say anything about what I saw. This say.
okay.
Did everybody else see what I just saw?
Yeah, everything. What I told Bella is what everybody sees.
Yeah, so, like, the footprints, the hallway, the familiar corridor, it's the one at Stormbreak, right? It looks like the familiar waterfall, like...
It's that same chamber that
Gotcha.
in the second game you first discovered.
Mhm.
There
Magistrate's
was
tunnels.
a door that was barred off that you've been by a few times.
Okay.
Interesting.
That was new! That was new! That was
Well,
new!
what do you think is there, Bella?
I don't know. Do I know the legend of the map? Is it more or less the same of, like, what...
It's the
What
same
I told-
legend that you came up with.
yeah. So all I know is that the story is that there was a grand, foolhardy adventurer who came across a djinn and wished for the djinn's treasure hoard. And the djinn, being clever like he was, said, "You shall have the map. You shall know the way to my treasure, and should you find it, it's yours." And then created this map. Well, this map, because it was a djinn's, is in Primordial. So that was the first step. And because
Big move.
it was made by a djinn, there's a lot of steps to finding this treasure. And that map was in some sort of... got passed down from adventurers to adventurers and caves and just passed hands, and it somehow ended up in mine. And so that's kind of why I want to go find it, is if I can find this, then perhaps I'll finally know what the djinn's treasures hoard is like and maybe take some. I don't know. It just seemed like a really fun adventure, you know?
It's fitting for the most fearsome pirate on the seas. Duh.
Right?
I think it may have something to do with the Lifestone.
It could.
What makes you think that?
That would be a pretty great treasure.
Yeah, why
But
why
if
the
this was
Lifestone?
created before the Lifestone was stolen, then I mean, why would it have anything to do with the Lifestone?
I don't know. It seems like a great treasure, and I believe my eye and this power that Riesling and I are experiencing are connected to the Lifestone in one way or another. And that somehow I got this blood on me, and I do believe that it happened. I did it somehow, but I don't remember because of this. I'm
No,
just
I don't like this
kind
at
of
all.
drawing conclusions here.
And I mean, that's just a tale. You know, if being on the seas has taught me anything, it's that tales kind of take on a life of their own, and depending on who's telling it, it could be vastly different from storyteller to storyteller.
You believe the Lifestone is a tale?
I believe the map is a tale.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's actually to a Jin's treasure hoard, or just a treasure hoard, or whatever may be behind that waterfall, or at where this X is. I have no idea, but I really want to find out.
Me too. I think we should see what's there. However, we might need to take out some pirate lords first.
Yeah, I don't really like being indebted, or maybe having them tracking us down. I don't like being not on the top of that pyramid.
Right now we're a loose end
Yeah.
on a lot of frayed pirate lord ropes.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to try to tie us off neatly or
Snip,
cut
snip.
us off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to detach ourselves from that situation before it becomes a problem later on down the line.
Yeah.
Plus, if this has anything to do with the Lifestone, it might be a good idea to get as much information as we can, or somehow track it down. I
Obviously,
think this is all
Longneck
connected.
Longneck wants everything that has to do with them. Is the fruit connected in some way to Lifestones, or is it just separate? It's like a separate magical thing.
To your knowledge, they're not connected.
Yeah.
He seems like
It
a
was-
dick.
It was the fruit was given in exchange for the Lifestone. It was payment.
Mm-hmm.
And the magistrate is trying to
Harvest more.
monopolize the production of this. So
Can you give me either a history check or arcana check, Solarum?
sure. It's the same on both, I think. 11.
There's some similarities of how magic has flowed from the moon into like living things. That is a little bit of a similarity between the Stardrop fruit and the Lifestone, which I think that's enough for you to understand what I'm trying to say. But
We're very connected with the land where I come from, and the moon obviously has a lot of magical properties that are distilled through various resources. I know where I come from, the material that we make this bread out of, and I show them the life bread and put it back in my bag, is distilled through natural process. From what I understand, the star drop fruit have a very similar source.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever this thing is that's infiltrated the strongest, most influential people in this archipelago, it wants all of it. It doesn't just want some of it, it wants it all.
Well, then, I think we should cut in on a piece of that pie. At the very least, go back to Longneck once our ship is in working order. Offer the heart of Otodus for more information, or even the fruit he stole, or the Lifestone itself if they still have it. But at the very least, information.
And then put his head on a platter?
And then, did you see how many people that were in that, Kaori? I mean, I love your confidence in me. Honestly, I do. But, it's a lot of people.
Should we consider going after the treasure first so that we can buy allies to move against Longneck?
I don't know how long
No,
the treasure would
no, I
take.
believe we need to take care of this before we further pursue the treasure on the map.
Yeah.
I think once we've tied up the current exchange that we have with Longneck,
Well, and
this island might be a good place to fall back to.
And I'm not so certain we want to cut every tie we have with Longneck even after we do our exchange. Because he's not on very good terms with Zebulon. And if we want to mount a collective attack with the Bemraden potentially once we reconnect with them, if they're also mounting an attack to retaliate against Zebulon, perhaps that could be part of our negotiation with Longneck is help us take him out.
I hate to interrupt, Bella, but Longneck and Zebulon are allied.
I don't think so.
I do not think they are.
No.
Oh, they're not?
I have a little chart here that I went over last time.
Two.
One of those relationship charts. Likes, does not like, dating.
He's on okay terms. Longneck is on okay terms. I have like a little like a little face with Ceratris.
Ceratris and Zebulon are on. This is what I have. I have Ceratris and Zebulon are on good terms. Longneck and Zebulon I had as they were on good terms, but apparently that's incorrect.
That is incorrect.
Okay. Zebulon and White Chin are not on good terms. White Chin and Longneck are.
I don't know if White Chin and Zebulon.
White Chin and Zebulon are actually on good terms.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have Zebulon dislikes Longneck. That's the word I wrote.
Yeah. And then White Chin was it Longneck or White Chin that was friends with Elroy before he was?
White Chin was a fan of Elroy before Zebulon took his place.
But Longneck did not like Elroy.
Longneck was not a fan of Elroy. Longneck is not a fan of White Chin.
Well,
it's a nice little spider web, isn't it?
Yeah, someone needs to sketch this out.
I actually literally have the no, you can't see it. It's way too bright. Okay.
We'll post it in the Discord.
Yeah,
more reason for you to join.
Yes, I will put that in the Discord chat, and I got the whole entire pirate. The only one that I have no idea what she feels about is Marina.
I will actually ask somebody else to go ahead and put a little alliance chart up there.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Fun.
So.
Well,
once we know, then what Longneck is up to in regards to Zebulon, I think taking Zebulon down is a good plan.
Yeah. If Longneck is a fan of Bella, if Longneck is a fan of taking down Zebulon, then we can potentially use that. But if he's not, then I don't see any reason to cut. Why not to just cut ties at that point? But
well, I will trust you to handle the pirate politics.
The PP, as we call it on the seas. Is that not what you? Why wouldn't you call it that? PP on the high seas? I'm not seeing why that's so funny.
Bella can handle her PP on the high seas.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I'll handle the high seas PP.
Right on the PP.
Is that what happens at the poop deck?
We discuss pirate politics.
Oh, jeez.
Are we third graders or what?
Yeah, I don't know what's in the line tonight, but it's I'm not gonna. All right. Cool. Okay.
You're welcome.
Yep. So anyway, that's what's going on with me and my weird map, and I just didn't know if anybody would try and steal the map, so that's why I was trying to keep it secret. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to lie to you, Solarum. It's just a knee-jerk reaction.
Sure.
I'm sorry, Bella. I didn't mean to make you reveal. I mean, you don't owe it to any of us, but I do appreciate it as it seems to have worked out for the both of us.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, it definitely quite a coincidence, and I'm sorry that you guys are having weird, bloody blackouts.
Yeah, we need to find out what exactly is happening there, but maybe we can on our way to not exactly put pirate heads on plates, but
Not that I don't
maybe a
trust...
frog head.
Yeah, that frog is getting it.
Start getting it.
I don't know if I'm a fan of frog legs.
Sharpened.
Yeah,
He's gonna be Luke and dead.
on a plate.
I can make jokes.
Yeah.
Proud of you, sweetie.
Something that I was gonna
I
say.
write that down. Jokes make Bella proud. I add it to my BB list.
Riesling and Kaori, it's not that I don't trust you, but just for your safety, maybe we should have like a buddy system.
I was thinking, do you think we're sleepwalking? Do we need to be tied down
Maybe.
when we go to bed?
I think just having a buddy system around just to see maybe if it happens again, when it's happening, just for your safety. I mean, I would hate for you guys to be wandering off and sleepwalking and then something happened during one of these blackouts and nobody be there.
Are we talking cuddle buddy situation or somebody watching us while we're sleeping?
Maybe like keeping watch. Like, I don't
Who
know.
do you suggest, Bella? Do you think there's a crew member that would be anywhere near me?
Oh,
I'm gonna cast Primal Savagery and just like
I mean,
as
maybe
my
we could-
teeth grow a little bit
maybe
longer.
maybe we could put a little like bell on you when you sleep, like a little anklet. So like
You're gonna put a collar?
no, like a little anklet, like a little jingly,
A little bell.
like a little jingly.
I promise I
bracelet.
won't eat anybody, but do you think there's anybody that would be willing to
I mean, I
stay with me?
will.
I don't think the bell idea is terrible.
You put a bell on, Riesling.
I'm not saying I won't.
Okay, you get collared
They can
first,
be
and
like-
then I will maybe. Probably
Okay.
not.
It doesn't have to be on your neck.
We'll try
We
it. We'll try it both
friendship-
ways.
Friendship bells.
Riesling, you can sleep with me in my quarters. We'll pull out like another cot or something, or you can have the
I
bed
can
and I'll
sleep
sleep
on
on
the
the
floor.
cot, or
I'm used to it.
and then Kaori can
Sleep
well,
in here too.
yeah.
It can be like a
It
big
can be
old
like-
girl's sleepover.
Yeah, we'll do that.
So, Lauren, where do you sleep?
Next door.
I'll sleep outside your door.
You don't want to.
No.
Why not?
But, Bella, you shouldn't have to watch both of us. Slorm can take on a bit of responsibility, I
Oh.
believe.
I'd be happy
He'll be
to
in his
lend you
room,
my
though.
cot while I sit outside. If you're worried about propriety,
I am, and yes, I will take your cot. Thank you.
sounds good.
Did you just finesse this man out of his own room?
I love it. I love it.
So
All right, then
we'll
it's
have our
settled.
sleepover.
And then we can like do a little switcheroo. We can shake it up every now and again. Just to make sure that, we're all catching the same things. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like it's a good idea.
So do I move in now? Can I just get it?
Yeah, go get your stuff. Oh gosh, I almost like
I run out.
pulled out all the
Should we
cords.
make? I've got an idea. Don't hate me. Bunk beds.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Who gets top bunk?
I think whoever get up it fastest.
We gotta build it first.
Okay, all right.
How's the ship coming? Speaking of building.
Speaking of building the ship.
As time goes on, the ship is slowly getting constructed, and you can see the crew move both the sausages to one side of the ship and kind of drag it a little bit more onto the shore to get it up. The sausages are eventually deflated, but in the meantime, as you guys open the door and everyone starts to leave to figure out their sleeping arrangements, Solarum, you start to walk out of the chamber, and I would like to ask everyone besides Solarum to just leave for a moment.
Oh.
Like get up, like physically get up and leave?
You could
Like, I can
physically
just
get
take
up or
my
leave,
earbud
or you
out.
could just take your earbuds out. I
have
could
to
send a
physically get up and
message
leave. You guys
to
can-
everyone via the Discord.
Okay, so take out my earbuds right now.
Yep, and I'll send you a
Okay.
Discord message.
When to come back?
Yep.
Okay.
Solarum, you start to take a step out of the out of Bella's chamber and back out onto deck. You feel the wind starting to brush against your hair when everything starts to like flash. The whole world has gone blue and frozen. The ropes that used to be bellowing in the wind are frozen in place. You see Riesling gleefully running down the stairs, but she's frozen. At the end of the deck and on the bow, you see Luna standing there. However, where everything is in blue, Luna is in full color.
How did you get here?
So you walk up to her.
Yeah.
You walk across the deck, and you see all the crew working, still frozen. And you approach her, and she waits for you. And you, what did you say?
How did you get here?
I've always been here, since the attack. I've stayed on the ship. I'm just, Alethtai has done something, and I'm stuck in this in-between world, this in-between state.
What happened?
I need to talk to you, Solarum.
All right. I'm here. Talk.
I want you to know I'm alive, but I don't know how I'm alive or where I'm alive. At Alethtai, do you know of Alethtai?
If I'm not mistaken, it's something to do with the accumulation of the lunar magics. Something that has to do with possessing people and giving them gifts in exchange for more power.
Well, some of that's right. Alethtai is an entity that was once sealed away, but is now slowly cracking through those seams. It's been manipulating events to bring everything to a head. And what I need to tell you is there's really only two choices. And as I'm on this plane, I can see things clearly, and Alethai's not in my head. But on the other plane, Alethtai manipulates everything. There's something you should know, though. If Alethtai is released, of course this entity will be on the plane and will need to be dealt with. But if it's not released, Alethtai will take control of everyone marked by it. Permanent control. There's no good ending. Solarum, I'm sorry. And she will reach out her hand to you.
I take it.
As you take her hand, you see this clear skies that were above the island start to billow as storm clouds appear. You feel this lightning crackle in your hand. And this energy starts to rush into you, this power that you've never felt before. This lightning sparkle. But then something happens. Something grabs a hold of it and slides over it like oil and into you. You awake back into your regular world with your hand out at having teleported to the other side of the ship.
I look at myself. Is there anything different about me?
You see on your palm, or on the back of your hand, a lightning bolt. But in that lightning bolt, you see a crack with an eye.
I immediately take out my dirk, and I cut off my own hand.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I will take just 1 second to.
Is that a we can come back?
Yeah, that's a you can come back.
Guys, this is so. A lot of stuff just happened all at once.
Wait, things actually happened?
Yeah, something happened while you were gone.
A lot of things happened while you were gone.
They were just chatting about the weather on the island.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
blood did
if you're
something super
curious,
special.
the sky is clear now.
Okay.
Now.
But
We're gonna wait for Bree.
yeah,
And then you guys will get to
she's
see
locked
the
outside of our
aftermath.
studio.
Oh no.
Oh, don't lock her out again.
The door automatically locks.
Yep.
Oh, Bree.
So, all of you have left Captain Bella's chambers. Riesling, you were running down the stairs to get your stuff. Kaori, you were out on the deck. All of a sudden, Solarum teleports from next to you, all the way across the ship. Riesling, you turn as you hear him scream as he cuts off his own hand.
I go running towards him. I'm gonna cure him. I got spells. I got stuff.
I'm also
Your
gonna
words.
run towards him.
You see me grab the dismembered hand and just huck it as far away as I can.
Solarum, what are you doing?
We need that to reattach. So
No.
let me go get that.
No! And you see me just like start tying off my hand and like, what's the term where you take like the stick and
tourniquet.
you see me like tourniqueting and it's like, no, it's possessed!
Hey, let Riesling look at it.
Yeah, can I take his stump and start like I'm gonna cast something to staunch the bleeding. Yeah, I'll just pump a second level cure wounds into it.
Okay.
F it.
Okay, absolutely. You cast Cure Wounds. Go, and you feel all this life energy leave you and start to go into him.
Do I feel that
Solarum,
same,
you
like,
feel
oily.
You feel like this crackle of energy as your hand appears in this form of lightning and then disappears, and all you have is a stump.
All right. Then I'm okay with that.
Wait, so for a second he had a lightning hand? I didn't do that.
No, you didn't do that.
I want to slap Solarum across the face.
Dude.
Like, I
do,
figure
so
maybe he's going crazy.
I'm pretty distracted and in shock right now. I just cut off my own hand.
Like maybe it would jog his brain or something.
Look, it tried to possess me. It tried to
How do
get
you
to
know?
me, like it got to you, like it got to Kiori.
Nothing got to me. I am still who I am.
Then what's this? And I point to the
It's-
side of my face that's the eye, and I'm just going, what's that? And I point to the
It's
tattoo.
just sitting there. It doesn't control us though.
You're liars. You're both lying.
Excuse you.
Everything that it touches, it controls, and it consumes. I saw Luna. She's been here the whole time. In between. She's the one that's been doing stuff on the ship. I think she's the one that gave you the blood. I don't know.
In between
But everything,
what?
all I know is as I was walking out of the quarters, everything froze. It turned blue. I saw her on the prow of the ship. I walked to her. She told me she's escaped, temporarily. But she can see everything clearly now. Everything that Alethtai touches, he consumes, he corrupts, and he destroys. That's why I couldn't let him take me too.
So that's what you think of us,
What? How did he get in your hand? You weren't there when Alethtai got into us.
He branches out like a sickness from person to person. And it never ends well for anyone that he's touched. Especially for those who utilize his gifts.
I don't have a choice.
I think you do. I think there's parts of these gifts that are given to you that you can control. And I've seen it. People freezing. People acting abnormally.
And what has mine done, huh? I've told you everything I've seen. I know I'm lying.
Might be an insight check.
Can I tell if she's lying?
You go ahead and give me a contested.
Insight versus deception.
Insight?
Yep.
Oh
Okay.
god.
I'm not gonna may ask them to do it unless they ask for that.
I got a 12.
Oh, I got an 11!
Oh no!
Solarum, when she says that,
Mhm.
you just see her eyes twitch to the side and then come back to you.
You can't even look me in the face.
Well, no, because you just cut off your own hand, and now you're telling me I'm a liar.
I see the truth clearly.
These
What
things
makes-
haven't caused us to do anything untoward.
Not yet.
I
They
don't
will.
think we can trust you.
Mm.
None of us has hurt ourselves or anybody else on the ship. But look what you've done.
Besides, if you say your hand was infected, you had it for all of 2 seconds before you freaked out?
Before I detached myself from it, yes.
Well, go
It
ahead.
took
Do you think...
Sense,
My
maybe.
partner, she's gone. She's not even on this plane anymore. She's stuck in between.
Did she tell you to do it?
No, I think she might have liked me to keep it.
I think you should stop letting these past relationships control you.
Mm. Hi, Pot. I'm Kettle.
You don't know anything about me.
I know about as much about you as you know about me, so I think we're on even ground. I need to rest. And I'm gonna sort of like push myself up, like cradling my stump of an arm of an arm at this point.
Well, you're
And,
obviously in no shape to keep an eye on me. And I'm gonna, like, go to the other side of the ship.
All right. You're not going to the first mate's quarters?
No. You can have your room. How am I supposed to... I mean, what, you gonna cut my eye out in the middle of the night because you think I'm possessed? I don't trust you. You were right, I don't know anything about you. And you don't know anything about me.
Mm. Well, I guess we're on even ground then. Bella,
So guys,
Where
I
do you
think
want
I
me?
figured out the bunk bed situation.
oh God, she wasn't even there for any of that.
I wasn't there for any of that. My passive perception's a
man.
9, you guys.
I'm just gonna be like Bella, like, not time.
What happened, Solarum? What on earth?
He's gonna go sleep this off.
Who
Right.
did this to? Are we being attacked?
No.
What happened to your hands?
I'll tell you all about it in the morning.
Okay. Do we need to find it?
He didn't want it.
I didn't want it. I'm really confused.
We'll talk about it as we build the bunk beds.
Okay.
All right.
So, you build the bunk beds, and the remainder.
I assume I get the play-by-play of what.
Yeah, I'll
there.
give her the recap.
Okay.
And the remaining days of this time getting the ship repaired, trickle by at a snail's pace. Aiden and Tuxa come to you, Solarum, with an iron fist that they help attach to you. But what you notice is every once in a while you feel this little like energetic surge, and for a moment you can call upon it to create a hand out of lightning.
Lightning hand. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Worth it? I don't know.
Maybe.
But whereas the rest of the time, it's nothing there.
Is it does it have articulated digits, or is it just like like Jaime Lannister style, like
for just like
hand?
Well, it's just like a fist,
Okay.
what they create for you.
Just for
However, the moment the lightning you can articulate, but only lasts for a flash.
Yeah. Yeah. Essentially, I've got one punch.
Yeah.
One punch
and
taser fist. Yeah.
Exactly. In the ship gets completed and is ready to set sail. Tell me what you'd like to do as
Can I do something?
Yeah.
At some point, shortly after that whole debacle, I would like to find a moment alone to see if I can have a chat with my little buddy and try something. And by little buddy, I mean this guy.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to be like, hey, you're not, like, controlling me, right? Does the eyeball move? I've got, like, a mirror. I'm, like, talking to myself in the mirror.
You see the eyeball turn and look almost up at you and then look back. And then one of the tentacles just kind of moves.
I don't know if that means yes or no. I should have come up with a system. Wave one tentacle if you're taking control of me and doing things. Wave 2 tentacles if you're not.
All of the tentacles kind of wave and move.
You're a jerk. You know that, right?
It
I'm talking to the
blinks.
thing, not to you. I'm gonna like hold the vial up. I was like, do you want some?
Oh, that's what you were gonna try.
It waves one tentacle.
That means yes. I remember that. All right, I'm gonna take the stopper off, put the mirror down. I'm gonna like dip my fingertip in it, and I'm gonna like gently drop a thing of blood on the.
Oh my god!
This is not good.
I want to bribe it. I want to be friends. We can work together, not against each other.
The DMs.
We can resolve this at a different time if you need to think about how bad this is.
I need to take a second, but that doesn't mean that we won't resolve what happens during this game. Just give me a second to process how that's going to affect
perfect.
things.
That gives me a chance to talk to Kaori.
Okay, let's do that.
So Bella, a little bit, maybe not immediately after everything that happened with Solarum and the hand cutty-offy thingy, because she knows sometimes Kaori needs some time to just cool off. She'll try and find her and just be like, so Riesling told me what happened. For what it's worth, I don't think you're a liar, at least where it counts. We all lie a little bit, right? To protect ourselves. It's defensive. And when you're used to being on the offensive and getting attacked and I don't know, basically I understand is what I'm trying to say, but really stupidly.
Do you think I've been different since this happened?
I don't think so, but I didn't know you that well before that happened. But
I mean, I've always been difficult. I know that.
I think that you haven't given me any reason to think that you aren't yourself. When I look at you, I see a very true person. A very hurt person, but one that is wrapped in truth. If that helps.
I'm not trying to harm anybody here.
And
I have grown fond of each of you. I mean, what does Solar want me to do? Cut my eye out?
I don't think so.
That's what he did with his hand.
We all handle the sort of
Handle.
we all
It's good.
we all
Break the tension a little bit.
we all handle the potential of losing control differently. Some people cut it off, literally, at the butt, and some people try to embrace challenges and use that power as momentum against it. And I think both ways are valid. It doesn't mean that either way is wrong. I just think that there is more risk in the way that you and Riesling are handling things, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong.
So you want Riesling to cut off part of her face?
No. I don't think either of you should cut off any part of yourselves. I think if that's the way that Solarim wanted to deal with it, then that's his choice. But I'm not going to expect that from either of you. All I expect is for you guys to be careful, which I think you have been, which is why I haven't felt the need to talk about it. And I would hope that if you don't feel safe, you would feel comfortable enough coming to us, or at least me, so we can get through it together.
Bella, I've seen some visions with this eye. I will not lie to you. And they have to do, and I saw a vision when we dripped the blood onto your map, where I saw the chamber, and the chamber needed the life stone. This is the thing, though. I don't know whether it is good or evil, but I do know that our goals, whatever this thing wants, it was growing trees and life, and the forest spirits were returning. Whatever it is, our goals are aligned. And nowhere have I seen you getting hurt, or anybody else. I don't necessarily want to tell Solarim that. What he thinks, whatever he thinks is good and evil. But from what I understand and what I've seen, I want what it wants, for now.
Okay.
And I tell you this because I trust you.
I understand.
But if at any moment I want to hurt any one of you, then we should take it out.
Okay. I'm not a very skilled doctor, but I can definitely...
Oh, I'm sure Solarim would love the pleasure.
I don't think it'll hopefully ever come to that, but...
I don't think so either.
There are things like magic and other stuff that I can't really do in the world that can hopefully help us out before we have to gouge out any eyes or cut off pieces of people's faces.
I'm gonna grab your hand, and this is a lot for Kaori to feel very comfortable being physically, like, intimate in some way. And, like, we're going to find whatever your parents' map is indicating, we're going to find what's there. Whatever the treasure is, we're going to find it. And I think this has to do with it. Right now, all of our goals are aligned, except for Solara. But I don't care about what he wants.
So salty, I love it.
So I think we need to stick together.
I think so too. And, I'll go talk with Solarum when he's feeling a bit better and hopefully get a better idea of where he stands on all of this. And perhaps it was just a heat of the moment misunderstanding. People say really, not necessarily cruel things, but very things to protect themselves. Barbed words when they feel scared.
You're not going to tell him, right?
About what you told? No.
Promise me.
I promise. Pinky promise.
Thank you.
Yeah. And Riesling and I are building bunk beds, so if you wanted to sleep in our room, you're more than welcome.
Alarms.
Okay.
I'm mad.
Okay.
Riesling. Great roleplay, guys. As you take this drop of blood and hold up the mirror and touch the starfish, your finger starts to come away from your cheek as the starfish goes from a 2D object on your face, animating out and becoming 3-dimensional as it detaches from your face. This little starfish with lots of little eyes all over it. And underneath it, attaching itself to you, is thousands of little tiny microscopic tentacles from each of the arms. And it looks over to you and waves one of its arms.
Does it flatten back after? I wave back first and foremost.
And you see it start to crawl across your face. Where it left, there was the star of Briet. But it crawls all and starts traveling across your body.
I'm like, does it tickle?
Yeah, and you can probably feel all... Go ahead and sometimes search starfish, like, crawling, just so you know kind of what this looks like.
I've seen
But
it.
It's like little cilia.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what it looks... Yeah.
I'm like, hey, little buddy, where you going?
Yeah.
I thought we were cool.
But it starts crawling across your body. What would you like to do?
Can I put a finger in front of it to like stop it? Like if it's over here, I'm just looking like try to like how you stop an ant from going somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely, and you can totally feel it. It seems like it is absolutely a 3-dimensional object, no longer part of you.
Interesting. Well, first I want to name you, but we can get to that later because I don't even have a last name for myself, so that's a whole thing. You didn't answer me earlier when I asked if you were taking control of my body. Are you taking control of my body? 1 for yes, 2 for no.
It holds up 3 legs.
You're a jerk. Are you ever going to answer my questions? 1 for yes, 2 for no.
1. Hand waves.
Okay, but only some questions?
It holds up 2 arms.
You're not making any sense. I thought we were friends.
Oh my God.
It holds up 3 arms and then like pokes you a couple times.
Is 3 maybe?
And then it holds up 1 arm.
I've cracked the code. We're getting along so well. Okay, well, maybe if you are going to take over my body, just give me a heads up. Not saying that I'm going to tie myself down, but I would just like to know. Oh my God. Just in case.
It holds
Thanks
up
for-
one arm.
Oh, progress. You are such a little... I know what I'm going to call you. I'm going to call you little cutie. Because you're my little cutie mark.
Oh.
But one suggestion. I think the others might get a little suspicious if you just, move. So as much as I love having my old mark back, maybe you should chill there for now. And can you flatten?
It flattens into your body.
Yeah, let's go back. And then we are going to talk. Oh no, I gotta sleep with Bella in the bunk beds. We're gonna become fast friends, but for now, let's go.
It kind of like pops itself back out and crawls across your face back to where it used to be, and settles back into you.
I'm so excited. Anybody who sees me later that day, I am beaming.
Okay.
That's it.
So the ship is reoriented and ready to be launched. Nico comes up to you and asks, "Is this to be my ship? Should I take route?"
First rule of being out on the seas: know that the first commitment isn't always the best one. How about you get a feel for the ship first, and then see if it feels right before you take route?
Okay. So it's kind of like dating.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Because she's been a sheltered ent on like a moving island for all her life, but she knows what dating
Yeah.
is.
There are
Maybe
pirates
her and
coming in and out
Kaori.
of dock, yeah.
Kaori and her talked a lot, so maybe that's what we're
Yeah.
talking about it.
There you go.
You're
There you
talking
go.
With a boy ship
what
and a girl
gossip
ship.
with Kaori about dating, but
I'm
yeah,
sure I have some very strong opinions
Yeah.
about it.
Well, okay. Let me know if I should.
I think you're the only one who would ever be able to make that decision. But if this is the ship that you want, after you get a feel for it, then by all means, I can give my thumbs up approval to date to be the ship, to root the ship. Yeah.
I'll be a part of the ship. I won't be the ship, but I'll be the ship.
Right. You won't be the ship, you'll just be the ship. Yeah, I got it. Got it.
And she'll wander back off, and you'll see her shoot some vines up and kind of
she's
pull
so cool.
herself up to the top. The ship gets launched back out into the ocean as some of the crew, dig out under it and push and haul it out. You are back on your way. Where would you like to head?
Well, I head back to Ianzaru. Right? That should be
That's where. That's where
Yeah.
I'd like to go.
back to port.
The voyage, the skies are clear and the wind is to your back. You seem to travel quite quickly. Solarum, as you occasionally check your compass, you feel confident that it still points back to where this island is and back to where the body of Otodus is.
Okay.
As you approach, you feel like you're maybe half a day away from Ianzaris when a fog cloud fills and surrounds the ship. In this fog cloud, you see little spirits of animals and of humans, almost as if they're like marching around the ship. In front of you, another ship appears. A whole bunch of pirates are on board, wearing these beads many of the men shirtless. You see one of them come up to the board, up to the edge of the deck, and he calls out to your ship, "Mr. Good sends his regards!" And that is where we will end the game for tonight.
No!
Yeah, I'd like to send Mr. Good something.
I'm gonna kill that little frog.
Son of a.
I'm gonna kill him.
Where is he?
Well,
that was mean.
thank you everyone for watching tonight's game. Yeah, it's been an interesting one. A lot of secrets came out, and we had I think it was a lot of fun. But yeah, so in another 2 weeks we will have the next game for Kal'add. But in the meantime, we have a painting stream and the next yet another adventuring party game in between then. If you are not a follower or subscriber, go ahead and click those things so you know when our next games are. Otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate all of you. Good night.
Good night.